everyone. My name is Maggie Carino, and the book that I chose for my book talk is called Grading for Equity, What It Is, Why It Matters, and How It Can Transform Schools and Classrooms. So just a couple quick facts. This book was written by Joe Feldman, who was previously a secondary education teacher, principal, district administrator. He's also been the director of charter schools in California and the director of K through 12 instruction in New York. Another feather in his cap was he was a fellow to the Chief of Staff for U.S. Secretary of Education Richard Riley. And he's currently the CEO of Crescendo Education Group, which is a consulting organization that goes into schools and districts and helps them assess their grading and assessment practices and helps them implement equitable grading and assessment practices. He also holds a master's degree in teaching and curriculum from the Harvard School of Education, so he's super knowledgeable on this subject. This book was published in September of 2018 by Corwin, so it's still relatively new and it's gaining popularity. The book tackles hard topics such as grading, motivation, biases, implicit biases, equity, things like that. This book is 307 pages in length, and you can get it for $24.99 paperback on Amazon, or with Audible, $14.99, or if you have an account for $1 credit. I have 3 reasons for choosing this book. So the first is simply just the title. Equity is a buzzword right now, and it just caught my eye. Second is subject matter. Grading and equity are 2 subjects that interest me. And I also want to increase my knowledge and learn more how I can be a better teacher and more equitable grader. So Grading for Equity, at a glance, it's broken into 3 parts. The first part is the foundation, and it's just a brief introduction into the history of grading. So it talks about how we're still using practices that were implemented during the Industrial Revolution, and these practices perpetuate the achievement gap. These practices in place, they help students that are already going to be doing well in class and hinder students that are struggling more, and the students that need our help, that need a little bit more from educators, but the grading that we use right now, it hurts them. It also talks about that grading isn't something that we're taught. It's not a class in college. It's something that we learn on the fly when we become teachers, and that was really interesting to me as a newbie to education, and I think that's something that should change. Part 2, the case for change, how traditional grading thwarts effective and equitable teaching and learning. This section kind of just talks about why we need to have equitable grading. It talks about the commodification of grades, how everything's just points. You're just trying to get those points, and how that's kind of created apathy for students, and it's not very motivational, and it promotes cheating, because if you're just trying to get those points, you're gonna get the assignment done any way you can. If you've got a copy off Joe next to you, you will. It also, the grading practices we have now, they don't encourage mistakes, and mistakes are something that has to happen in the learning process. I mean, the reason we're teaching these subjects or this content matter is so that students can learn. They're not already experts in it, and with the grading practices we have, we take points off for wrong answers. We take points off for students not being involved or actively participating in class, and so we need to reassess our grading for purposes like that. We need to encourage mistakes. That shows that you're learning. It also talks about how single letter grades are not a true reflection of grades, because it ties in non-academic and academic parts of the student. And it also just talks about how teachers are also allowed to make creative adjustments to grades. So sometimes grades are unreliable, and he also discusses how this can frustrate students and challenge the schools and the administration's integrity. And part 3 is just dives right into equitable grading practices. And he has 3 pillars: accuracy, bias resistant, and motivation. And within part 3, there are chapters that go along with accuracy, bias resistant, and motivation. And at the start of each section, there's a guiding question. And I think that's really great, because this part of the book can get super technical and beefy and kind of hard to understand if you're a newbie to education like me, and those guiding questions at the beginning of each chapter are awesome. So just 5 key points I got from this book are that the current grading system is outdated and it undermines and perpetuates the achievement gap that we talk about so much. Building trust with students and positive teacher-student relationships is the key to student success. That has to happen. Equitable grading practices allow and even encourage mistake making as learning, which is awesome. Students have to make mistakes to learn from them. Equitable grading transforms our external motivation from the short term, which are those points, to a motivation that is longer term, which is something that will hopefully follow them through, post-secondary education. And something that's super important is the equitable grading has 3 pillars: accuracy, bias resistant, and motivational. And if we follow these pillars, we will improve learning, minimize grade inflation, reduce failure rates, and become a lever for creating stronger teacher-student relationships and creating a more caring classroom. And one of my favorite quotes from this book, and kind of sums up, the reason why the book was written in the first place, is rather than teach students to be curious about the academic content, to care about their progress as a learner, to invest in the health of the classroom community, to co-construct productive relationships with their peers or teacher, we teach them to care about points. We take children who come to school with innate interest in learning and growing, and we teach them that those things are only a means to the ultimate end. Lots of points, which I think is a very impactful quote. I give this book a 4 out of 5. I really wanted to give it a 5 out of 5, but I mentioned before that section 3 that talks about equitable grading practices, it's super technical and super beefy. And as someone who's newer to education, I don't have an undergrad in education, that was hard for me to wrap my head around. Lots of math, lots of, like I said, technical ways of grading. I'm definitely going to have to give this book a second read to really fully grasp some of these equitable grading practices. But I have had my eyes opened so much into how the grading system that we use now is not uniform and it can hurt students. I'm so excited to give this book another read and to hopefully implement some of these practices into my first classroom. And that's the end. Thank you guys so much. I can't recommend this book enough. I think everyone should read it. I think it's great for teachers, administrators, and even parents. So yeah, anyway, I'm looking forward to listening to your book talks and engaging with you guys in discussion. Thank you.